Fun fact, that's the wrong button. It's the wrong button. Do I seriously come back at the wrong time every single time? I feel like I have. Oh, hold on. I feel like I've missed a couple of messages. I didn't wake up to his alarm. I didn't wake up to my alarm. And... yeah. Yeah. I wasn't meant to stay up that low. It just means that I can't stay awake. It's a pain that I didn't. What do you call it? Let me do that again. Let me do that again. It sucks that, but as soon as we came back, whoa, then I should have stayed off. I should have stayed off and I should have waited. I should have waited until we came back. That would have been smart. How was your sleep? Good, I guess. Yeah, I guess it was good. I woke up tired, which is crazy, because what's that? 5? No. Okay, we were actually live for like 7 hours. So that was like a 10-ish hour sleep. Yeah, that was like a 10-ish hour sleep. I woke up tired. Does that mean you're in the middle of REM sleep when you wake? No. Can you wake up during the middle of REM sleep? Never mind, deep sleep. Can you wake up in the middle of deep sleep? Also, good morning, Sleepy. Good morning? Good morning. Ah. I've had no idea. I will say, if you want to learn anything fascinating about the human body, go into dreams and dreaming and the brain in general. Because it is fascinating. Specifically the dream part of things. Because we still have no idea how they work. We still have no idea how they work. It's like a can ChatGPT what's an AI that makes videos? I don't think GPT can do that, can they? No. I don't know, some AI. It's like a brain is just an AI. They create things on the top of their head. It's pretty cool. You know what's strange? We're now comparing ourselves to... Interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, I guess so. Our brain is like a, it just creates things on the fly. It's crazy. Currently grinding a new world record in the crew. By grinding, I mean 2 tries. I'm 2 seconds off first. There is no way. There is no way you are... Oh my word. Oh my word. Also, talking about the crew, I have a problem with the crew. Okay. Do you know that you can't crossplay? Like, I got the game for my brother, right? Thinking, yeah, no, I'll be able to invite my brother, vice versa, right? And we'll be able to play together. No. No, you can't do that. I don't know why you can't do that, but you can't do that. Isn't that for grand races? Yeah. It's so humanly dumb. Why were they in the office and was like, that seems like a brilliant idea, let's do that? What? How does that even... Okay. It is beyond... Wow. I hope it gets fixed soon. To be fair, isn't the game like a good 2 years old? because it's one of the main things players want. Okay. Okay. With that being said, I hope they fix it. With that being said, I hope they fix it. Or not even fix it, because I think it's more of a because it's been 2 years. I have a feeling that it's not a bug or something. I feel like it's something that they like specifically planned out. It was like, yeah, no, this will be fun. Let's not have crossplay. Put my phone on charge. Because then I can play with the people, with all the PC people. That is true. That's true. I would say, would the time races be different then? Because that's probably the only thing that I feel like they would have to change. But at the moment, being on PC, I can switch between controller and PC and keyboard, and there's no real change to it. Yeah, I don't think that would be the case. I was thinking maybe controller might have a advantage, disadvantage. Then well, keyboard people. But even then, I don't see that being much of a problem. And if it does become a problem, then just add separate leaderboards, I think. What song is currently playing? Don't know. Boom! Haha! It's a black screen, because of course it is. Oh, come on. I seriously need to fix that. That probably wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I'm just trying to find excuses on why that could be a problem. I'm trying to find excuses on why potentially that could be a problem. Okay. Let me go ahead and open up Critter real quick. It's slowly opening. Ever so slowly. And then I'll show you what we're doing. Google Doc. Should have done that, but okay, that's fine. Boom. 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 Aha. Okay. I feel like my chair's gone down, but that's fine. Okay, what are we in? Hold up. Okay, hold up. 1K to 1K. Boom. Ah, big bright screen. Big, massive bright screen. Massive bright circle screen. Haha. Okay. Can I just say, how do you guys like the 1080p now? How do you like the 1080p? At the beginning of stream, we did run into some issues. But how is it in a whole? Also, can I just say that chat is like so small? I've never noticed that. But chat is like humongously small. Can't see any problems? Awesome. You know what? That is an amazing sign. That I don't know what that means, but that's an amazing sign. That's I just realized that I'm seeing everything twice. Wait, how do I... This is alerts. This is alerts. I'm not after alerts. Am I blind? Let's showcase music. Found it. I'm making a movie for Minecraft SMP. Oh. You know what? That is cool. That is pretty cool. I can hear myself twice. Okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for... Oh, I probably shouldn't. I should probably keep that going. You know what? We're gonna move it over to the right-hand side just a tad. Can I do that? Oh, I can do that. Oh my word! I don't know if that was noticeable or not. What type of game are you making? At the moment, I have no idea. Which isn't a good thing. Because if you wanted to make a game, maybe you should have that idea already in your brain. But I don't. Which is a problem. Fairly big problem, you see? But I have been inspired by a few games. I did have some ideas of making a horror game. But I will say that when it comes to making assets and stuff like that for a horror game, I have no idea how to do that. I have no idea how to do that. So, which there is a marketplace on Blum. Huh. Yeah. Hey, that was automatically meant to change over. What about now? Nope. You know, sometimes this works perfectly fine, and sometimes it doesn't want to work at all. Unity. Unity. If I can find Unity. There is a bank of Unity. A Unity bank. What on earth? Game assets. Boom. Can I just say, anyone on Earth that knows how to, change it so that every single time that you click into something, it doesn't create a new tab, it just replaces the tab? I don't know why, but I'm finding that quite annoying. I'm finding it quite annoying. This is, an asset page where you can get a lot of assets. You could make a horror game with like 2 to 3 assets. You get stalked in a forest? You know, you need 4. You could do it with 3. You could do it with 3. Hold up, we're gonna switch it back over. Haha! The power of pressing a button and it automatically works. Is that? Ah, yeah. Do not mind the Minecraft tree. Do not mind the Minecraft tree. Semi-Minecraft tree. Okay, that is a tree. Everyone is clear that this is a tree. This is a human tree. What color is a human? Let's go that color. I love this color. Okay, that is a human. This is a human. Now, you could do that, right? You could have the other bad dude, right? So the horror aspect of the game, as another one. And you're pretty much running away from what looks like yourself. I hate the fact that you've given me the idea. Are you serious? I hate the fact that you've given me the idea. You know when you get an idea and you're like, you like already have an idea, and then someone comes along and like, they gives you an amazing idea? Ah. Okay. Our first game ever. Our first ever game. Alright? Our first game will be... Ah, that's a little difficult. That's a little difficult. I'm gonna have to make like a difficulty. Okay. Okay. Ducks. Boom. I didn't have a 2 to 3 assets. I should really be listening to the music. I don't know if the music's too loud or not. Okay, 2 to 3 assets. Go away. Okay. Um. Okay, we're still typing. We're still typing. Okay. Stalked in a forest. Also, I have no idea how to make this dark screened, so I apologize for all the light screen haters. I'm in that same tree with you, but I don't know how to turn this into dark mode. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. 2 to 3 assets, right? Not what I was after. Okay. Player being chased in the forest. That's how you spell chased, right? Anyone who's watching at nighttime just got flashbanged? That is true. That is true. Actually, y'all want to know a fun fact? Apparently, you can add... Dad to see. Thank you. Apparently, you can add a filter to your model in VTube Studio to make it that whatever you're looking at, it's like a dynamic lighting for your model, right? So if your screen is bright, your model is gonna be bright. If you're in a horror game, for example, and it's like very dark, your model is gonna not be very dark, but it's gonna be dark. Like the lighting within your model changes. I saw Saba do that, and I seriously want to try and do that. Saba. Paperbot girl. Paperbot girl. She did it. When she was playing Resident Evil, whatever it is. So, yeah, I want to try to do that. That'd be so cool. What would the invent be for the player scattering away from the creepy themselves? Well, that part, I have no idea. I have no idea yet. I haven't come across that yet. What if there are different levels within the same level? We could build a storyline. Oh my word, we could build a storyline. I would have to animate that, but we could build a storyline. Okay. We're gonna take something out of we're gonna take something out of what's that game called? What's the mushroom game? The one that they recently turned into a series. Same zombie movie. Last of Us. Bingo. We're gonna do something like Last of Us. Player gets stuck in their no, players in the starting house hear a knocking at the window. Should we go 3? Should we, however many players there are, we add an extra? Do we do that? We could add an extra, which is an AI, right? That will do the storyline for them. The starting storyline. I'm sorry for the flashbang once again. Okay. Pretend... You're not gonna get so many flash... To be fair, this is the entire homework stream. That's too big. You're never around here for the what do you call it? Homework streams. But this is pretty much a homework stream. Okay. Too dim. Okay. It's still too dim too. I'm sleeping? How are you sleeping? How are you sleeping? Snooze it. If I snooze it, then it's just gonna come back. We need a way to stop ads. Sometimes. Okay, why is it so... Okay, hold on. You have given a great idea. Okay. I should keep it on that so I can still read chat. Okay, so pretend there's... Oh, yeah. Yeah. To be fair, we do quite a lot of stuff during those streams. That's quite good. Okay. Pretend these are the players. Gotta add it a little bit bigger. 1 player. Right? 2 player. 3 player. 4 player. Okay. There is 4 players currently in the game. Right? And the game generates an outsider. Right? The game automatically generates an outsider. Right? Depending on how many players there are. Right? So if there's only... that's massive. If there's only 3, then it will generate a 4th. Right? If there's 4, then they will generate a 5th. If there is 6, because I'm hoping that we can make it so it's 6 player. Because... 4, only allowing 4 people kind of sucks, and I want a game where you can play with more people, because it's going to be a client-side server, so the host will... I could do this in a box. I'd do this in a box. Haha. The host will be able to... The host's computer will run the server. Plus the actual game. So they will host the game, plus they will run the game themselves. Which then other people would be able to connect to that quote-unquote server. Which is just that computer. The host's computer. Pretty much like that. That's a client-side server host thing. Player-to-player server host thingy. That does mean that the game is open to vulnerability. That people will be able to make cheat in it. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Hear me out. It generates another one and tries to imitate the furthest away person from it. Okay. That would be cool. I see the limitations already. Because with everyone going to be muted, with everyone talking, right, and there's a random person in the corner, right, we'll just get this guy back, right, so there's this, so say that this, let me add another layer, and make this much smaller. Okay, so this one is imitating that one, right? Because that one's the furthest away from it. But if all of them are talking, right, they're all talking, then I want this one to be talking. Somewhat. The question now is when you pick the difficulty in the board, right? When you pick the difficulty in the board, does it generate, or not generate, but does it start the game as it doesn't take you anywhere? That character just starts its storyline. Do we do that? We could have, right? We could have this guy still imitating the furthest away player. I don't understand that. Okay. So the game has to start somewhere, right? So I'm thinking that there's a lobby. the actual start of the game, and then the actual foresty areas, right? So there's the start, there's the lobby, there's the start, that looks like a D, and then there's the forest. That looks like a D. Hold up, that's gonna mess me up. There we go. Now it doesn't look like a D. Right. And then when everyone is ready to actually start the game, right? So they're actually ready to progress, right? Then they'll come over here, choose their difficulty, right? So they'll be easy, medium. Why is that E going backwards? The medium, the easy, medium, hard, and then hardcore. Either hardcore means one life, or it means like it's difficult. Also, that is easy, medium, hard. Why did I write F? What does F mean? What does F mean? Or capital big boy H. Big boy H for hardcore. Oh, no, was I writing EMFH for EMF5? Oh my word. Oh my word. Okay. Okay. And then I'm gonna imagine that there is different levels. Now the internet's gonna start having problems. Okay, we're in the yellow. We're in the yellow. Now we're in the green. Okay, so the player will come over here, press whatever level they want, right? So either one of these 3, 4, and then that guy will stop imitating. Right, this guy will stop imitating, come over to the group, right? Start talking. So I'm gonna have to either get a voice actor or there it is again. There's the internet going again. Getting a voice actor or getting someone random to do it. That will then go. Then they'll start talking, right? There'll be a knock at the door or a window, a side window, something like that. They'll go and investigate it, right? And then boom. He's taken away. Right? He's taken away. I use red for the dramatic effect. Right? So he's fine. Right? Walks over because the game's begun. The game's begun. And then poof. He opens the door and boom. Imagine there's blood. Right? Imagine there's blood. He's just taken away. He's just taken away. And then that's where Microsoft Defender. That's where the game title will then show itself. So the bot gets kidnapped. Yep, we'll show. Yeah, sure. The bot gets kidnapped, and then the game begins. The game begins. Then I hate the fact that you have just actually, I'm going to reword that. I like the fact that you have given me a really good idea. Title of the game, Escape the Forest. Escape the Forest. Oh, we're geniuses. We're geniuses. We need another title. We need another title. I had an idea, which was that idea. Make the title Taken or Snatched? Taken game. Hey, bruh. I used to play this. I remember that dude. I will just say, you can't copyright Taken. You cannot copyright Taken. I think. Snatched. Yes. Okay. So there is a page called Snatched. Hold up. I guess now's a good time to whack the headphones back on. Okay. Hold up. This game looks interesting. Okay. 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 That's enough of that. But that would be pretty cool. You know what you could also do as well? Among Us. You could do Among Us. You could do Among Us. Okay. That could also be a difficulty level. We can't call it Among Us, but we can call it something else. Right? And this is how the Among Us one would work. Open. I hate the fact that I gotta type out 1,000. The exact same thing. Add the house. That is a massive house. And then say we have 4 players. I don't know why I keep it with the 4 players. With the AI. Right. This dude gets taken away. Because of course he does. He is a noob, right? And then there will be a random generator, 1 through 4, 1 through 6, depending on how many players the game recognizes, and snatch them. Poof. Meaning we're gonna have to create some particle effects when they go poof. Ooh. Now it's not gonna be like Among Us, right? Among Us story mode, Taken. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not gonna be like Among Us, right? They're gonna know who's the Taken one, right? They're gonna know who the Taken one is. I'm also gonna see if I can give them, which might be a little bit difficult, but I'm gonna see if I can also make some voice changes automatically in the game. Now, some games have already done that. Repo, Peak is another one that's done the echoey effect. That's all I've got. Those are the only 2. There is more. But the Taken one. Ooh, I actually quite like that. We're gonna look that up in 2 seconds, right? But so they're gonna know who the bad dude is already. So for example, it's that dude, right? So that dude will be teleported away, right? And then he will be stuck. He won't be able to move, right? He'll be able to move, but he'll he won't be able to like leave a barrier, for example, right? Got to give him like, I don't know, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. We'll give him like 3 minutes, 2.5. We'll give them a good, what's half of a minute? 30 seconds. We'll give them a good 30 seconds. So we'll give them a good 30 seconds based on the difficulty. Right? So, if we come back to this one, right? This one will start out with about 3, 2.5, 1. Actually, should this... Hold up. 3, 2, 1. None. Is that good? Is that good? So this on easy mode, you'll get 3 seconds before the bad dudes will come after you, right? 2 minutes for medium, 1 minute for hard mode, and on hard mode, you'll just get you just won't get anything. They'll just automatically start coming after you. I quite like that. That is not bad. That is not bad. Now, we are going to need a way to defend oneself. So that's where we need a weapon-based system. Wrong one. Okay. The Taken. The Taken one game. Okay. Let's go take a look at Steam. There's no... Okay. Let's go take a little peek on Steam. Go back to the main page. Okay, the Taken one. Let's take a look. I think we might be onto something. I think you might be onto something. Yeah, I think you might be onto something. Okay, hold up. Game name suggestions. Okay. One was the Taken 1. The other one was Taken Snatched. Now, with Taken and Snatched, you cannot... I don't think you can copyright those because of their everyday language. So I don't think you can do that. Give or take. I don't think so. But there's always a possibility. Also, in the game, give the innocents a bit of fog and make the... Wait, in the game, give the innocents... So... Wait. Give the innocents a bit of fog, right? So is that the, I'm gonna take the innocents are the ones that are trying to get to the end. And make the imposter have some sort of radar thing. Okay. Okay. I could do that. What's the distance that you think, that the, what do you call it? They should have. That the, that radar should have. Because if this is the house here, right? If this is the house here, right? And they've got to make it, say, all the way over to about here, right? And say from yellow, from there to there, it's probably not going to be a straight line. You cannot do it. You probably can't do it in a straight line. It's probably going to be some type of puzzle type thing. Right? and then say the barrier is like somewhere. Give me a different color. Is like either there, or you'll get teleported either that side or this side, right? And say it's like the same distance, right? Which, what's the distance that the map should be? And I know at the moment this is a very bad example because it's not that. Hold up. It's very messy. So if we do this, okay. House here, right? Bad dudes, here, and say here, for example, and then you, the player, needs to somehow in this area find your way to the pot of gold, which is say over here somewhere, right? For example, I'm thinking each round, each like difficulty, because there's going to be, I think difficulties would make it pretty cool, right? So if you go from say there to about there, that's a checkpoint or something like that, where you get a cool item, right, for escaping, which would probably take like a good 10-20 minutes, maybe, give or take. And then say you have another part over about there, where you could get another checkpoint, whatever. Another one over there, and each point is like progressively more difficult. So like say here, there's one, there's only your teammate, right? Something epic. That would be pretty cool. So like say for example in the imposter mode, right? There's only one person here, right? So, which is your imposter. And then say the second one, they can spawn in more friends, right? So before the match even starts, in their little pausing area, give or take, like when they can't move, they'll have a bird's eye view that where they can place down, where they can have like, I don't know, 4, maybe 2, 1, 2 or 1, 2 or 1, 2. That was what 2-1, 2 or 1 other bad dudes, right? And they can place them on the map, right? They will automatically run to that spot first, so they will teleport. They will spawn in either one of these, and they will run to that spot before they start anything, right? And then pick a different color. Go that color. And then this one they'll have like 3 or 4, give or take. I don't know what that was. 3-4 bad dudes. And then this one they'll have like something crazy, or something like that, right? That way, make it a forest path where they have to light lamp poles to escape. Okay, I will say one thing. That would be difficult. Because say you get to... I'm running out of colors. If you get to here, right? It's not red. If you get to here, right? And you forget a lamppost like there, that would suck having to run all that way. For the length of the game, that wouldn't work? Okay. Gotcha. I will say... What if... What if every time you light a lamppost, it will automatically generate an item? Like you'll get an item in return or something like that. I quite like the lighting of the lamp poles to escape. Do you make it so that we would be able to pick them up and bring them along? Maybe so it's like a side thing you can do. Yeah, like it's a side thing, right? Because in this area here, you're pretty much useless. You don't have much. You've only got the stuff that you can buy, right? That, or quote unquote buy at your thing, right? Um so then you get from there to, I don't know, somewhere like over here, right? And then this area you have like, I don't know, 7. Now here's the thing. Lamp post conversation. So glad I'm streaming, otherwise I would forget this entire thing. I'm gonna have to download this VOD, which is nearly 20 hours. That is insane. How is it nearly 20 hours? I'm confused. I'm not confused. In about 2 hours will be 8 o'clock, and then 4 hours after that is 12. That makes sense. Okay. I've only been like streaming for like, I don't know, a couple of hours, which kind of sucks, but yeah. It's like 7, 8-ish hours, give or take. Dang. Right? Okay, this is where the lamps come into the conversation again. Right? Get rid of this, get rid of GGG. Okay. With the lamps, right? Say there is 6 people, right? 6 people is the max, the absolute max, right? Unless you have mods. That way I cannot control. If you make a mod for the game, love it, but you're gonna have to do this because I won't know, right? I'm only gonna cap it at 6 players. If you somehow manage to get like 327 people on the game and find out that there's only 6 lampposts, that's not me. Right? So say we have 6 people, right? Say for the easy mode, you've got 7 lampposts, right? Medium, say, I don't know. Hold up. I got a better idea. Between 8, 7, and 9, right? Say medium, you've got anywhere between 7 and 5. Hard mode, anywhere between 5 and 3. That one, like 3 and none. Does that... How difficult would that make the game? Nice 3. Okay. I get pricked on because that's the wrong one. There we go. I think that it is balanced. Okay. But now back up to I wish there was a button that I could press. Okay. So if you're in easy mode, right? Would that be easy mode for this entire run? Would it be easy mode for this entire run? Where that's where these things generate. So this one, you'll get 7 to 9. This one you'll get 7 to 9. This one you'll get 7 to 9. And this one you'll get 7 to 9. Is that how that system would work? Or is the lamppost based on this one you get 7 to 9, this one you get 7 to 5, this one you get 5 to 3, and this one you get 3 to 0. Because these items aren't 2p. 7 to 9 overall. Okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, no, I quite like that. I quite like that. Because then if you're in hardcore mode, one, you cannot die, otherwise you're out of the game, right? Until they get to the checkpoint. Until they get to the checkpoint, you're just dead. Now, when it comes to the... when it comes to, say, if you die in the round, are you forever dead? No, not forever dead. Are you dead in the sense of you are useless? Technically, you useless before you already died, but because you died. But are you useless in the sense where you cannot do anything? That was a joke. Are you useless in the sense where you can't do anything? Right? Or do I make it so that you are a bad dude? Do I make it so that you're one of the bad dudes? Now, if I make it so that you're one of the bad dudes, you are useless in the sense that the other person, say it's in imposter mode, the other person can control you. You cannot control them, and you cannot control anyone else. Just yourself. Peak respawn thing? Oh yeah, peak respawn thing. I think that's quite good. Okay, question. Hardcore mode. Are you dead the entire run? Or are you dead until the next respawn? The next checkpoint? That part I'm a little on the fence with. You know what I mean? Spectate users? Okay, to be fair, I read that while I was in the middle of so... Do I make it so that they're useless? That they can respawn here or respawn back? They don't respawn at all. Checkpoint if the section's along? Yeah, I'm thinking about making the checkpoints quite the length. Okay. Good thing we have been streaming this, otherwise I would have forgotten it all. Did you like that little drinking animation? Okay. That was a lot of water. Okay. Now we're gonna have to find some trees. Question. Another one. Boop. Which I think I like this idea. I think I quite like this idea. Okay. Oh, this is a mess. Okay. Not so messy. Boom. Oopsie. I don't know why I don't have that. Okay. Why have I not used blue? Dark blue. That makes sense. Surely has to be pine trees. Why were we thinking the exact same thing? I was gonna say spruce trees like in Minecraft, which is technically pine trees. Because pines are scary. You know what? That image that was just there. This might be a painting. Or a very low quality photo, but it looks like it's a painting. That is terrifying. That is terrifying. Wrong button. Actually, never mind, that is the right button. Except for the fact that now I cannot control YouTube music. What music are you currently hearing? How? Hold up. Keep the back up there. What? That. Huh. I cannot control. Oh. Can't see this. Okay. Yeah. I'm confused. 2275 allow. I'm okay. And now if I press that one, it automatically turns off. Okay. Okay. I tried to turn it off for so many times and didn't want to turn off. Good thing it works now. Okay. The thin pines with loads of them is more scary than the big ones. I will say, depending on how big the players are, I think I beg to differ. That looks terrifying. I'd say both of these are quite terrifying. Like you have the split distinction, right? About between here and about here. And you have like the open area here. This one's a little bit more dense, and you have like that dense. It's terrifying. Oh, big trees. Okay, they're big trees. Okay, hold up. Let me see if I can find some big trees. I don't know why I'd call them. I call them small. Oh. Big tree cool bad? Wait, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm trying to look for some. I'm downloading this image. I'm downloading that image. That looks amazing. Oh. Peak. Peak. Hold up. Change your plan. Change your plan. Okay. Colorway. Okay. Imagine. Let me grab that image. Okay. Christmas tree? That would be kind of cool. You could do a Christmas event. It'd be not that difficult. Okay. Imagine this. Right? Imagine this. Right? There is a creek. Eventually. Right? Imagine. Right? You get to the end. You come across that. Something descriptive of that. Right? Something like that, right? So you get to this last checkpoint before it's Hell's Gate, right? It's like Satan has risen from the ground himself. Probably not that far. But it's gonna be difficult, right? It's gonna be very difficult, right? Imagine you walk up to that, you see that, right? And peak. You climb mountains. You climb vines. You can climb who knows what else. Imagine you have to climb that to get to the top, which will save you, and then you can escape. And make a figure just slightly standing in the trees. That would be terrifying. I want to make it so that... Oh, do we make a sanity system? Like in Phasmo, right? How they have the sanity system, but different. Right? Different in the aspect that if your sanity goes below whatever, say 50%, right? No, a ghost isn't going to start hunting you. But it is. But it's not a ghost. Something that the bad dude cannot control if it was a Among Us imposter. Something different. Like a Slenderman, for example. Not a Slenderman, but something that's just there. It's just in the background. Right? And then the lower sanity you go, maybe, maybe not, the more hostile they'll get. Depending. Maybe. I'm not too sure if I want to make it, that whenever you're like lower sanity, they're gonna start attacking you in mass, or if there's only gonna be one or two, depending on your difficulty. That is cool. That is cool. I don't know why, but thank you for giving me that idea. Thank you for giving me that idea. That is helpful. That is quite good. So thank you. That is actually quite nice. Like a level based. That plus in your run, if you come across anything, any of the bad dudes, then they'll drop your sanity as well. I think that is a phenomenal idea, and that is a really good idea. That is a really good idea. You can start seeing Slenderman. I wouldn't go with Slenderman, maybe. But another dark-ish figure, if you will. Just because I think I don't know if Slenderman is copyright or not. I don't know, but I don't think I'd go Slenderman either way. Slenderman was a placeholder. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. But I like the way that you're thinking. That is good. Okay. Okay. We have the game. Is this gonna be 2 to 3 assets? No. We have come up with too many assets. Get rid of that. Get rid of it. Stilton Forest. Quite like that. Kinda sucks that it is taken. But we'll work with it. We'll work with it. Players knocking in the window. AI player walks to the door, gets taken away by... No, let's just... taken. Just gets taken. Realize you can't see that. But yeah. Yeah, they just get taken. I don't know if you can... How well can you read that? To be fair, now that we are streaming at 1080p, I'm hoping it's a little bit more visible. Dino streaming. Oh, nice. Oh. You have no idea how much clearer that is than it usually is. Oh my word. I'm gonna go say hello to B. There we go. I said hello to B. Okay. I think that's good. That's the entire story right there. No? Wait, what do you mean no? Wait, for what? Wait, that was 2 minutes ago. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, no, we usually stream at like 7:20. It's only been actually, this entire stream has been 1080p. So, yeah. It's quite nice. And normally you can't actually read it. Like Monday when we were actually working on the shopping list and all that stuff, you couldn't read half the stuff that was there, which kind of sucked. So, another set of ads. I hate the fact that that's it. That is it. That is the entire story. That is the entire story. Right there. Right there. Now, I would just say that we could elevate that story, go into depth, create this whole story, right? Really cool story. But do we have to? Maybe not. Now, I will say that this being a movie, I would watch. I'd watch this. I'd watch this. Question: the way how you make a good story-based game. This isn't a story-based game. It is a story. Huh. I guess it is a story-based game. I will say... Hold up. I need to go back. I need music, but I don't want it to be... Boom. Boom. There we go. Okay. Let me know if it gets too loud. I will turn it back down. We could elevate this into something pretty cool. Now, how you make a very good story-based game, because apparently this is now a story-based game. You can go forever. It's a pretty good movie. I'd watch it. If this was a movie, I'd watch it. 100%. I'd watch this movie. It's not a bad movie. Not a bad movie idea. If anyone wants to make this into a movie, take it. Take it. Just give me credit for it. Oh, did Luke get sucked into the ads? Maybe. No, dang it. No, not dang it. He thought you got sucked into the ads. Yeah, no, that would be a pretty good movie. Now, if no one ends up making it a movie, I get it, right? But we could turn it into a movie. Oh, you got a scoon. A scoon. I never get ads. That's so weird. That's so strange. Yeah, no, that's strange. It's... Huh. Yeah, if no one turns into a movie, right? Which I don't blame them to. I don't blame them. But imagine if we can... If the game in general gets enough traction, right? We could make it into a movie. Probably not a real life movie. Probably an animated movie. I'd have to get some people to help me on that though, because that's a lot of work. Making game isn't that work. Making this type of game, it's not that much work. Making a game this size isn't that much work. Which is the best part. When there's not a lot of work. Okay, pine. Okay, let's look up some large pine woods. Okay, because I want to take a look at some of these pine woods that you're talking about. Like these ones? Like large as in that, like larger than tall, or like the just big large pine trees. That's a little loud. There we go. Oh! Holy moly! That bad boy is massive. Oh, redwoods. Oh, yeah, no, I know what redwoods are. How are redwoods not scary, though? How are redwoods not terrifying? Okay. Okay. Can I just say, one, that is a beautiful tree outline. Like, if that was natural, if that was human done, then dang, screw you. But how? They do look pretty. They do look pretty. It sucks. I would. Come on. That looks good though. At night. The fog though, I don't know what it is with the fog, but it amplifies the fact that they look so cool. But that some people might find that quite terrifying outside like in general. Some people might find that terrifying. Plus, if you have things that are after you, maybe it's terrifying. But would I ever want to be in one of these? Oh, look at that. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. I don't know why, but I'm gonna download it. Why doesn't it download that one as well? That'd be not too bad. The thing is, you would need good assets for ground coverage. And daytime is good. Wait, which one? That is true. Yeah, let's check that out. Which one's which one? At time of day. Oh. Which one did I download? This one? Yeah, it kind of sucks that there is no time of day one on this. But yeah, no, this one during the day would look really cool. Dude, now I want to go camping. I want to go camping. Oh, that'd be so much fun. That'd be so much fun. Imagine going camping. That'd be pretty fun. Hold up. Would anyone be interested helping write a story? You know, yeah, sure. I won't ask them yet. I will wait for burping in the morning. I'll wait for burping in the morning. Uh-oh. I can't wait for it. I don't know, I'll wait for burping at some point. Wait for map design, make the fern like shoulder height. Wait for map design, make the fern. Boom. Do I have no? Okay. No. Okay. Fern sure. Boom. Oh, come on. Okay, that's a very bad looking fern. Okay, hold up. We'll get the sun in there. We'll get the sun. Sun. Tree. What on earth was that? Tree. 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 More tree. Alright. And then we'll just come down here. Squiggle, 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 wiggle, 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 squiggle, wiggle, 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 squiggle, wiggle, wiggle, squiggle, wiggle, wiggle, squiggle, wiggle, wiggle, squiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay. Okay. Can I just say dang it? I just like to say dang it. Because I messed up. I was meant to put this on a... wait, can I do that? Maybe. Sure. That looks weird. But we'll go with it. Okay. We'll keep the player the same. We'll keep the player the same color. Okay. So if this was trees, right? Say the player is about this height, right? The ferns should be shoulder height. So somewhere about that height. Like that? Or yeah. Okay. I don't know if I'd make them common though. Like that part could get a little hairy. Pun not intended. It might be a little obvious because I don't picture any of the like any of these. They're not really that high up. Like they're all fairly low. It does look like there's a path there, so it looks like someone might semi maintain this area, maybe, give or take. But even here, like the only part that is roughly the height of a shoulder or even taller is probably that shrub there. Is it that? It's the same image. And like that shrubbery there, which I could see that. I could definitely see that. I'm gonna download that image. I could definitely see that. I can definitely see that. I would also like to mention, that I know you said you didn't want it, but I might even add some just huge trees, just trees that are just like every now and then, just like slightly bigger, slightly thicker than the rest of them, that you can like climb up to, and because the bad dudes won't be able to climb, maybe do we make it so the bad dudes can't climb? Oh, so I didn't crop that part out. Do we make the bad dudes that they can climb? Because I was gonna say that you could like have it so that if you're like being chased or something, you could climb up one of the... Where's my mouse? There it is. You could climb up one of the bigger trees onto one of a branch or whatnot, and you'd be safe. Would just like to say that I was drawing and you couldn't see anything. I was thinking with no ground foliage, small trees win. Okay. Big trees win with foliage. Okay. Okay. I don't... I could picture having like this massive area with like one or two small big trees. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Oh, it's fine. All right. I wasn't meant to go into this one, but this one I did. Right. So say that's your path. Right. That's your path to get to the next whatchamacallit. Right. Say we have... It's too bright, too dark. Right. Say we have like this area here. Right. And say that there is like a big...
Dog 999
Yes.
joined the
Still
Empire.
works. Yo, Hagdog, welcome in. How are you doing? How are you doing? Thank you for the follow. Yeah. Yeah. It's cold coffee. Right? And then you could have, like... Boof. That's too big. Boof. Yo, thank you for the check-in. Thank you. Have, like, a tree there. Ow. Boom. 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 I wouldn't go that. I wouldn't go that close. I wouldn't go that close. Ow. Probably like that. But that's. I don't know why I zoomed out. Like something like that. Like pretend that you can't see number 2 whatsoever, and picture that this is not bird's eye. Can you see that? I might have made the dots way too small. I might have made the dots too small. So. I'm gonna follow you. I can't look at you yet, but I'm gonna follow you. Future reference. I'm not. You can see the dots. You can see the dots. You can see the dots. Okay. Picture that, but not a bird's eye view. Picture you walking through that, and like every now and then, right? It's not common, and you can't really see it. What are you cooking? I'm cooking a game, obviously. Okay, so the idea of the game, wrong one, is taken. This is how the game. It's pretty much a game where you are. It started off where we were only going to make a game with 2 or 3 assets, and then it turned into this massive thing, which kind of sucked, but because now it seems so cool, and I'm going to be really disappointed if we can't get this thing done. If the game idea is you have to get from one side of the area to the other side of the area, each area gets specifically harder. Try and keep chat PG, please. So you've got to get from one point of the area to the other point of the area. Each area gets specifically harder, and you have like outside monsters, give or take, that will, or enemies that will come after you. So we were thinking that the same thing, that the same person that you are, again, you'll be able to customize your character and stuff like that. Which maybe if you can customize your character, maybe the AI, the first other players, the AI character can like generate its own, like randomly generate its own what do you call it? Its own look, per se, right? Title of the dog, otherwise it might be hard to find. Good thinking. To be fair, I think I did name it. Which one did we come up with? To be fair, we haven't come up with an actual one. But that's not bad. We'll go with the taken one for now. I'm gonna turn it into like a short or whatnot, maybe, give or take. I'm gonna get the next time we actually work on it. Which, what's the time? 6. Okay, how long are we gonna go for? I'm not too sure. We could start looking at assets and stuff like that. Let's try and get a vague idea. Oh, I have a map in Minecraft. For this exact same scenario, and I will show you it later. So I gotta find what version it was on first. Because I was working on a movie idea. And I built it in Minecraft for some random reason. You have a map in Minecraft? I do have a map in Minecraft. The exact same, not the exact same. I would say that it is redwood. So, it's just a bunch of big trees together. So yeah. This is what we got so far. I think When is our next? If only I had that we could look at. Except for the fact that I can't see. What do we got? What do we got? What's today? Today is Wednesday. So, can I just say that none of this has happened because I slept. I didn't keep the time. Stupid PM and AM. Who even invented PM and AM? Stupid. Okay. Friday. I might be able to fit in some game dev stuff. I might do that. I might see Friday. I might, at some point we might add some, game dev stuff in there. See, how things go. Stuff like that. Same as Saturday. I might do Friday and Saturday. We might do some more game dev stuff. How does that sound? It might be, because I can't do it tomorrow. I got work tomorrow. I don't have a button to get rid of this dumb thing. Go away. There we go. Running games map or something in Minecraft could help. Okay. Let me look for the file. We'll go this one. We'll go 1.21.4. And we'll just progressively work our way up. But yeah. A fun race game is on Friday. Oh yeah. You know what? We could do it tomorrow. We could do a round for a couple of hours tomorrow. I would say that that it's not bad. It's not bad. And especially after work, we're not like working on the game or anything, like our game. So it's fine, I guess. Oopsie. Dark screen. There we go. It's not like we're working on our game, so it should be fairly decent, right? I can't join stream like 1 PM for you. I would say Thursday. Not happening. I work until 3 PM my time. I work until like 3 PM my time, so whatever. I don't end work until 3, and I don't get home till like 3:30. So, it'd be about 4ish when stream would start. 4, 5, 6. You're still 2 hours in front of me, so yeah, it'd be about 6 PM your time. Which is crazy because it's currently like 8-ish, 8, 9-ish your time. 7, 8, 9, 9. It'd be 9-ish. That's crazy. What is Paradise? 8:59? Yeah. Yeah. Close to 10. I don't think I can find that world on here. I don't think it's on here. Yeah. It's not a 1.21.4. Time to try 1.21.5. It's one of them. I'll tell you that. It's one of them. Also, can I show you a thingamabob that I got?
I had to turn you.
No. I want to be able to hear it too. It's funny. I quite like it. Hold on. Advanced output. I was gonna turn it down because that would have played out. That would have been quite loud. Oh. Okay. I love Skiz. Skiz is amazing. Oh yeah. uh. Oh, I love that. It's so funny. I need to crop it down so that it only includes like just up to this. Uh, oh, I love it. It's so funny. I clipped it and I put it on the Vlogs channel. I love it. It's so funny. Peak is so good. I've slowly gotten into Peak. It's not bad. Horror game. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh. Oh. In fact, this was gonna be a world. Oh. Are you serious? What is this? Please update Sisad. What is... Hold up. AI... What? Was that CI... Oh, CIC. CIC. Do I even have that mod? What even is that called? CIC. Oh. Okay. No, okay. It's a pack. It's a mod that allows your cape to go flowy. Oh, no, it's not. I don't know what it does. Because this cape is obviously flowy. I don't know why. I don't know if I showed this before. What is my... Oh, it's high. I've gone... in... Night vision. I've gone from, I... so I used to have my inventory set to I, and now I've got it set to E, because the others were picking on me for having it on I. So I changed it to E, and now I'm so semi-used to E. This was gonna be that house. I don't know if you were here when I originally showed off the game that I was working on, the other game, but this was the layout that I was thinking of it. The map, the difficulty, storage not storage, but places where you could see your trophies and stuff. Same with over here. Your wardrobe and stuff used to be in here, or would be in here. You have like a kitchen or whatnot in here. This would just be decorational. Boom. But yeah, this is what it was gonna be. It's gonna be quite nice. But yeah, I sort of kind of broke a single thing. Right, I broke a single thing in the game, and now I didn't back it up, so I can't just go back and revert to a backup, and it sucks. So if I don't back up this entire thing, yell at me. Just yell at me. I'll do. Question mark? Exclamation mark? No. Okay. That one I was expecting to be quite a big load. I believe I can tie. Oh. Okay, turns out it's not on this one. Bourbon, Durban, Willibim. After this, I don't know. I might as well update it. I might as well update that stupid mod. Huh. So I have a problem. A small problem. None of those worlds were it. Yeah, none of those worlds that I just showed you, or on either of them, was it. And now I'm loading up to 1.21.6, which is also not it because that was a recent update. And I didn't transfer it over. So I've just lost them. That means I've lost two of my worlds, two of my good worlds. I'm gonna run into it eventually. Trust me. At some point, I'm gonna run into it. I'm gonna run straight into it. I'll have to change my guy looking for it. So actually, right now, let's go look for. Okay, hold up. Let's find out what assets we need before we go stumbling into the dark, the abyss. Let's find what we need before we go stumbling into the abyss. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. This is number 2. Okay. Okay. Trees. We need trees. That's probably a must. How many variants of trees do you think we should have? Also, have I convinced you on this? Having like trees, the larger trees around, not all around, right? Very, very rare that you find them. It's very rare that you find them, but they're around so that you can climb up them and like get to safety. But that would also beg the differ. Does the bad dudes climb? Does the bad dudes climb? If they climb, then might have a problem. But if they don't climb, I would say that yes. Okay, 10-pointer, nice. I would say I would probably not allow them to climb this one. And then their stamina or whatnot is probably up there enough to climb on this one. But these two don't climb. Big normal shrubby, just over head height. Okay, yeah. I wasn't going with any that are too big or too small, because I want it to be foresty. So yeah, I'm actually thinking that we might have a part that goes like out and stop, and it just breaks away during that entire area. It'd be quite nice. It'd be quite nice. Could even add some old highways in there. Add some like abandoned villages or whatnot. Dude, later. Okay. What do we need the game to run? We need trees. Large. Medium. Large. Medium and large. We need enemy. Look. Sure. That's not how you spell enemy, I think. The basis of the game reminds me of... Ooh, Ewoke. Wrong one. Ewoke. Into the forest moon shortly after Battle of the Endor to fight it out as either Fury Ewoke or an armored Imperial. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'll keep that. That doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad. It was a Star Wars thing? Oh, okay. Yeah, I never played or watched Star Wars. Okay, trees. We need trees, right? Medium, large. We need enemies, right? Players. Playable characters. Map. I don't. Maybe not map. Map is the wrong terminology, right? What's the turf? Turf. That's him. Turf. Is that how you spell turf? That's not how you spell turf, right? No. No, that's definitely not how you spell turf. Type of art style are you thinking for this game? See, originally, I was gonna create characters, like manually create characters that looked somewhat like the characters in Peak, right? But then I got to thinking and was like, maybe it doesn't fit. Maybe it doesn't fit. So I'm thinking more of a, I don't want to say realistic, but more of a semi-realistic. Human form? Yeah, human form. I'm not too sure. I like the look of like some of these things. So maybe something semi-realistic, give or take. Maybe. Ooh. That'll be cool. That would be cool. I would say, imagine we get an update, right? The game is popping off, right? Imagine if there's an update where you can buy a horse. You can buy a horse. That'd be so cool. Yeah. Imagine there's something. I lost it. Boom. Oh, this is the exact same image. Okay, imagine you can buy a horse and carriage. Ew. What is it, a web file? Imagine you can ride a horse and thingy in here, right? And then there is like specific things, right? The horse needs brakes, right? A more sturdier horse and carriage is a lot more expensive. So for starting off, you'd only get, if you wanted to buy one, you'd have to do a few rounds, but you'd be able to buy, how get moolah? Moolah? What is moolah? What is moolah? I'm gonna keep that there, so we're gonna open another tab. Am I doing something wrong? This is definitely not a moolah, right? Oh, a mule. Okay. Okay. Oh, oh, hello. Yo, big boy ears. Oh, big boy ears. I have no idea. I'm gonna say that everyone gets 3 inventory. 4 inventory. If I make it 3, then it's gonna be even. Right? That'd be 1 in the middle. And you could put it 4 inventory slots, a bag. Four inventory slots. 6 times 4. Oh yeah! 6 times 4 is 24. Be quiet. 6p is 24. There is 4 slots. So then if you time that by 4... No, you wouldn't. 24 plus 4 plus 4... How many slots is that? That's not a lot of slots. There is no history? There is history. Okay. 1, 2, 3... Nope. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. 24. Actually, hold up. If we go 4 by 4, that's 4 bags, right? Because it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there's 4 things, 4 options where you can get a bag, right? Did we even talk about bags? I don't think so. 4 by 4, right, is 16. 4B, 16. 16 plus 24 will get you 40. So that's 40 inventory slots in general. Is that a lot of inventory slots? Like, if you have the max amount of players, which is going to be 6, and you somehow manage to get through everything, right? So you get a backpack at the beginning, you get a backpack here, you get a backpack here, and you get a backpack there. That is 4 backpacks, 16 different slots. Plus, you have 4 slots per thing. I feel that's too many slots. Okay. Okay. Whoops-a-daisy. So, let's turn that down to 3. Let's turn this one down to 3, right? So if we do... I don't know how many people there's going to be 6 players with. So there's that. But, because that is quite a lot of people, quite a lot of inventory slots. If we go 3 by 6, that's 18. 18 plus 16 is 34. That's 34 slots. Which is what it's currently in peak, I think. I don't know how many levels are in peak, but apparently there's like 4. You start off with 3, and then you need more. But I will say that you also need to worry about your stamina, your health, and stuff like that. So there is aspects that you can't just hoard everything. But if you do have 6 people, that is a fair amount of items. If we come back to here, because there's no way that there's going to be like enough items in this entire area. Maybe. How many items would you have in one area? For 34 slots. 34 slots, right? You start off, you could buy, depending on how, to be fair, okay, starting off, you get nothing. So you gotta go out there and adventure, right, to get money. Depending on how much money you get, depends on how many people stay alive, right? So there is a point, but, okay. We might as well write this down. 0.10 multiplier for people that are alive and at the checkpoint. Right, that's a 0.10 multiplier, right? Depending on how much stuff they've brought is a 0.5 multiplier. Items they want, right? A point, and then maybe give or take, there is things there that you can actually break that will give you money. Give or take. So like there are things like, I don't know. Eventually, right? At the moment I'm not too sure. What am I after? What am I after? At the moment, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm not pretty sure. Okay. That's multipliers, right? But actually getting money. Would the enemies drop something if you, say, kill them? Would you try and kill them? Can you kill them? Would it be hard to kill them? No. Okay, that then poses a risk that if you can't kill them, if one of them gets to you, you're just instantly dead. There's no fighting back. There's no trying to escape. You're just dead. Because if you run out of stamina, you're cooked. As the kids these days say, you're cooked. So that might be a problem. I think some items can freeze them. Okay. 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 That would be another problem, because how would you... Starting off, how would you get those items? Unless they can spawn somewhere close to the start. You do have a good 3 minutes, depending on your difficulty, to get stuff. But if you're new to the game, you're just walking in there, you don't really know what you're doing. Which might be a problem. Like, if you're walking in there, right? If you're walking in there, maybe give like a starter kit. Okay, okay. What? One freeze, one stamp? Okay, so that's one freeze. Bring me to this. Starter kit. One freeze. I'm just gonna refer it to simple terms. And one stamp. Which is probably like an injection stamina or something like that. Can you hear the train? Nope. Wow, that's some loud train. Okay. Specifically a trank dot and a granola bar. Okay. So if it's a trank dot, would you have like something that you could fire it? Or would it just be something that you would have with you? Can I just say I just cracked my toe and that hurt? Because say there's something in front of you, would you be able to, like, would you have to go up toward, like, if the only part where you could go is up towards them, that could get a little dicey. Maybe just something you stab them with? Yeah, if you're running up towards them, it's probably not the safest idea. Well, as if you get the shooter thing from a lamppost. Okay, okay. To be fair, right? I wouldn't give them like a train gun or anything like that. Start off. That is no. That would be impossible. Have to be another one-shot kill. See, but if you can't fight back, if you can only freeze them, then it's then it's a little. How you going? Trank dot. Then it's a little how you go. Freeze so you can run away and climb / hide. Okay. Okay. Because the Seeker has blindness, / radar range. Okay, okay. I would say that depending on the weather, players wouldn't have good visibility in front of them. So that image that we saw, this one here, depending on the weather, right? Because if it's foggy, right? Say the imposter, right? For example, if you are doing it that way, they could like be lurking somewhere around there, somewhere like just where you can't see them. How long do you think you're gonna stream for? Quite a while. I think quite a while. Probably like another hour or so. I'm gonna lurk as I gotta make food and get ready for bed. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna stream for like another hour or so. I wanna try and look up for some basic-ish assets. Peace. Okay. Um. Okay, and turf. I think that's it for assets. Starter kits. That. Items. In game. In game. Right. I'd probably go. Wait. Let me grab that. Cause then we'll do that. And that'd be number 4. Whoopsie daisy. Why'd they go all the way back up there? Wait, what? How'd you do that? Well, I'm so confused. Hold up. Okay, hold up. If that's assets... 2... What? Nope. Okay. Okay. And then come back down there. Boom. That'd be 2. How do you... Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not too sure. Okay. Boom. Yeah, we'll just get rid of it. It's fine. Okay, that's assets. Inventory slots. Maximum inventory. Max inventory for 6p and 4b. 4 backpacks. Okay. Money? Okay. How to get money? Okay, how you get money is finding loot. Finding loot. I think eventually there might be an update where you can where there's like animals and stuff. Right? Maybe? Depending. Maybe. From enemies. How do you spell enemy? Okay, that's how you spell enemies. Respawn. I think being able to kill the enemies might be a good idea, but I think they respawn. I think they should respawn. So they're not like a one kill thing. You know what I mean? But they will spawn. If you kill one, they will spawn. Like go like 200-ish meters away from you. You know what I mean? I think that is good. Mole. Multiplier. Num. Uh. On. Whoopsie. Player. Okay. Money multiplier. Finding loot. Ancient gold. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just messing around. What? What is that on the player? Okay. Okay. Ancient gold. What else? What else? What else? Ancient gold. What else? What else? Jobs from enemies. Okay. Ancient gold. I want to say level point. Based on what level you're on. 0.6 based on difficulty. If I can spell difficulty. That is apparently how you spell difficulty. Okay. Money, finding loot drops, enemies, I think for the basics, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Okay. As a trank done. I'm gonna have to actually do some math. Not math. I'm gonna have to do some looking up to find out what buttons would be good. A food. Boom. Acorns. Acorns. What else would there be? What else would there be? There's trank darts. Would you gun slash trank gun, whatever, however you'd pronounce, whatever they're called. What else would you call them? Knives, acorns. What else drops from? What else drops from Thingamabobby? I'm not too sure. Traps would be cool. If we end up making animal traps or whatever, we could not if we end up doing like putting animals in the game, we could do like animal traps, and then that could also be another way on how to get more money. But it'd be also another thing of items as well. Would you be able to trade? Like how Minecraft has like a wandering villager? Would there be a trader dude at each point where you can trade for things? It might be an advanced thing that we do in the future, but like that would be pretty cool. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but I'll be back. Can I be right back? No, I cannot. Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I think I might have an idea. What if, when you get to that end section, right? When you get to the end section, what if there was something like, what would you call it? Like blizzards or stuff like that? I was trying to figure out weather and stuff like that. Which I'm hoping we'll be able to find a pack that we can control the weather and stuff like that. Because what if we add the weather, right? And for every 10 minutes, I need like a book, pen, and I can write all this stuff down. When I think about it. All right. If we come back down here, this is just me. Weather. No, that's not how you spell weather. Time slash weather. Is that how you spell weather? I don't know. Okay. Every day cycle 10 mins. 10 mins? 12 slash 12. Right? 10 to 12, right? Weather cycle is 15 mins. Can last anywhere from 2 to 7 mins. Timer for reset starts at 4 mins. Yes, 4 mins after that initial kick. You know what I mean? So there's that. I'm gonna try and find another chord one day. Hold up. Never mind, I don't got one. Dang it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. At least I don't have one here with me at the moment. I probably do in the other room, but that's fine. It's fine. It's later me a problem. Right. So that's just something I was thinking about when I was going to the bathroom. When it comes to food, because you will need food. Food, you're gonna need acorns, nuts, berries, acorns, nuts, berries. What else? Acorns, nuts, berries, trail mix, water, need to purify water, or there is a 35% chance of losing stamina slash blindness. I think that's a good alternative for not purifying water. Purifying water would just be boiling it, so like on a fire. Portable fireplace. 2 uses per item. 2 uses per item. Torches. Lasts. How long do torches normally last? Let's go. How long do fire torches last? Let's go Reddit. question. Looking for the closest we can get to minute rounds of the following light sources: torches, lanterns, candles, and a campfire/bonfire. If we're talking a standard fancy RPG torch design, will it last 1 hour? Are torches not just a burning stick, or do they have something on them like cloth or tear so they don't burn out right away? Warning, please none of these, as long as the GM says nonsense answers for this. I'm looking for either a scientific or your actually plays. Actual play ideas for how long this will burn. Okay. Identifying if you're tending to it, once it stops, it'll burn down to amber. It's an hour. Okay. Okay. Okay, so say the sun rises at 5 a.m. Sun sets at 6 p.m. Right? Torches lasts an hour. In this world. Okay, hold up. Boom. How long do torches last? Hold up. Stop. Boom. Day cycle. In game is, it's got 12 minutes. Unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. How long did torches last? We'll just do it this way. I wouldn't even know how to do the math for this. My brain can't think. Yeah, it's not very good with math. It's not very good with math. I don't think it ever was good with math. I actually quite hate maths. It's fun sometimes. So 1 game hour, 12 divided by 24 equals 0.5 real-time minutes equals 30 seconds. A torch lasts 30 seconds in real time. Okay. That's a problem. That's a problem. What if we have torches that last for 3 minutes? What if a torch lasts for 3 minutes? Would a torch theoretically lasts 3 minutes? Now the nighttime is 12 minutes. The nighttime is 12 minutes. So if you've got to strategically light the fire when needed. Flint, steel. I don't want to add a crafting system. I think the crafting system might be a little. How you going? You know what I mean? So. I want to add the trading system. What if I do add the trading system? Trading system. It's not gonna, probably like 8 things. Trade, but randomly picked. Can, boom. Let's go, let's go. 10 possible. No. 8 to 10 things per trade. Create a... How many trading things would you be able to do? 50 trading system? Let's go... Let's go... Let's go 40. Let's go 40 possible trades. So there's 40 possible trades, but they were randomly... They are randomly picked. Huh? They're randomly picked. Okay. Steel, flint, fire. Okay, acorns. Don't you find... I don't know any berries. Okay. Berries. Nuts. Trail. Mix. Water. Purifier. So we're gonna need glass. Water holder. So probably a bottle. Let's just write bottle. Bottle. Okay, multiplier. Okay. Defaults 10. At the moment, I don't know a good money system that we'll use, give or take. Need to think of a name for our money. But a default is $10, I think, right? You get $10, right? So, say you've found loot. Depending on the loot, give or take, say you've found some rare artifacts, right? I don't know, maybe like 25, right? Plus drops loot from enemies, go 6, right? Plus ancient gold, which is, what was that? It was 25. Go like 18, right? Plus default, which will give you 10. Right, which is 59. I'm just pulling numbers out of my brain. And then you times that. Again, math wouldn't be able to work. 0.10. .5. Don't do that. 0.5. 0.6 multiplier. Told you my brain can't work. 59 with multiplier. Hopefully that'll give me the final answer. that was too bad. That was a lot of. Oh, actually, you know what? That's not bad. That's not bad. To be fair, this is only the first difficulty. This is on easy. This is on easy. So, because remember that it is 0.10 for difficulty. 0.6 on difficulty. So it's only on the first difficulty. So it's only can I give us the bare basics for one plan. Because remember, if you have 10 players alive, then this right here. Also, this is only for the first level. So the first, boom, the first thing here, this one. This is the one that we're talking about. No, not this one, or that one. Just a quick heads up. And for only one item. So you've only got one item on you. No, never mind. Items are already checked off with this because It's included in the $59. So that's also there, and that's only one player. That results in, oh my word, literally $59.85. Which you'd round that up to a dollar. Oh, so that'd be $60. Wait, hold up. We're gonna look at some of this math. Base value, boom. Multipliers 10.5. Okay. First 10.10. Okay. Is 550, right? 550. Add $5 on. Why did that say I was incorrect? Okay, add 5.9 plus 2.95. Second multiplier is that? No, it's dividing it. It's dividing it. It's not multiplying it. That's where it messed up. Yep, that's where it messed up. You dummy. Can you add the to the base value every time of 50? I spelled that wrong, and it's fine. Okay. But eventually, later on, we're gonna have to write out artifacts. If I can find it. Artifacts, different values for money. There's gonna be a book that will tell you in the cabin that will tell you like what, like how much money each things are. Okay. There we go. It's doing it. I completely forgot that was gonna be so loud. It's doing it. Add 10% of. Yeah, no, it's doing it. It's doing it. Add 50%. Maybe it's not doing it. Maybe it is doing it. Hold up. Maybe it is doing it. Maybe we do keep it to 50%. Might have to change it then. So that's 10%. 10%. That's 50%. We're gonna have to work these out and how much this is actually gonna give us with like the bare basics. 50%. That bad boy is 60%. Here's a heavy loader. He is a heavy loader. You get $159. You get $159 for the bare basics. Oopsie. How much is a horse? Workhorse. How much is a workhorse? No. To own a workhorse, Australia. Okay. Okay, so for the bare basics, say this right here is the bare basics. If we do 3, 5, divide that by boom, boom. You'll have to do 22 runs. You'll have to do 22 runs to be able to get a horse. Now remember, that's a top tier horse. So, how much would you have to do? Say it was a low horse, right? Let's go 8, 857. No, let's go 850. Keep it a round number. Divide that by that. Boom. You'll have to do 5 runs for a horse. For a bare basic horse. You'll have to do 5 runs. 5 runs for bare horse. No. 5 runs for a bare basic horse. Say there are 3 types of horses. Let's say 850. Right? So how much would it be for, say, 140? 1040. Boom. Divide that by... Boom. Equals 6 runs. So let's do 7 runs for medium horse at 1040. Okay. And let's do 9 runs. No. 10 runs for maximum horse at whatever. What do we think it'll cost? Hold on. Okay, boom. Times up by 10. Easy. 153. What was it? 1593. 93. Was there a number after that? Nope. Solid number. That's our horse. That's how much a horse will cost. For a maximum horse, that's how much it will cost. You'd have to add a... What are the things that you have on the back? How much is a horse carriage cost? Huh. It's not that expensive. Okay. So say a barren run, you could have enough for 2 runs for basic... How do they spell carriage? Fine, if that's how you spell carriage, then I'll take it. Carriage. What was that number? Hold up. And then times up by 2. It's 320. Okay. 5 runs. 4. Boom. And then we'll go boom, and then we'll times that by what? Times that by 5 is 7. 800. 800. And then I imagine that eventually when people start getting decent at the game, they're like, oh hey look, this game has like different things that you can buy. That might help you out and stuff like that. Maybe they'll start looking at it, be like, oh look, this is quite fun. 7. Okay, what do we need? What do we need? What do we need? Boom. And then we'll times that by 7. That's wrong. Wait, that is most definitely wrong. So, No, no, it's not. No, it's not. 1, 1, 1, 2. There we go. Because it is halfway. It is halfway, so we'll keep it there. Carriage. Boom. I tried to make it so that everything was down the middle. So, welcome back. Welcome back. How was your food? I've sort of kind of went on a little tangent. Actually, imagine a massive tangent. A massive tangent. Okay, assets, money. Okay. I've decided, and I'm open to changing. You at the start, when you're in the cabin, there will be a book. You can bring this book with you to determine how much money you'll have, but you won't. That'll waste up a slot, and it'll have no money, no monetary value, right? The guidebook will give you no money, if you were to take that to the end. But the guidebook will tell you everything or most things that you have to know, right? So how much most of the loot is, stuff like that. So finding loot, there's going to be a bunch of different loots. And I've decided that you'll be able to kill the enemies, but they will respawn. They will respawn within a 200 meter radius, so that they can spawn outside of that. There's gonna be like ancient artifacts that you can get from things. Maybe, I'm not too sure on that. Default for every run, you'll be able to get $10. So depending on what by the way, these multipliers are massive. That power just flickered. The multipliers are massive. Don't get me wrong. They're humongous. So I'm going to have to come back. Way back, actually. Massively back. I still like the 10% for all, depending on how many people are alive at the checkpoint. I quite like that. What do you think to kill him? That is right now. Because they have to have a slight advantage. The enemies? The enemies will have a advantage. 100%. There is a trank gun, or the trank dart, and then you'll need the trank gun, as you mentioned. That will freeze them for 12 seconds. That could change, depending on how fast or slow it'd have to be in. Like, when actually testing that system, we're gonna have to test how, like is 12 seconds a good distance, like a good enough time that you can shoot it and run, depending on your sanity. Not your sanity, your how much stamina you have. So if you're like halfway, then you're fine. You'll be able to get, like, I don't know, extra amount of distance, for example. I'm thinking about having the trank gun, of course. Maybe nothing automatic, anything like that. And guns are probably going to be an iffy one. I doubt it. But there are going to be knives, potentially guns. I'm thinking only like a handgun, revolvers, like nothing overpowered. I think a sniper would be pretty cool, but I don't know how a sniper would go, because if you're in the middle of this, a hunting rifle, okay, that might be a gun that we take. Is that automatic? No. Yeah, if you know any, whoopsie, hunting rifle. If you know of any guns, feel free to let me know. Feel free to let me know, because these are something that we're gonna have to look up, because I don't know anything about guns. I might get someone that do know things about guns on. Maybe. I would say, right, if you're here, right, and say your friends are up there, I wouldn't imagine a handgun or anything like that be able to get down there. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking maybe a sniper, maybe like 1 or 2 different snipers, maybe. But again, I don't know anything about snipers. A-guns as weapons? I could probably see it. I could probably see it. I could probably see an Acon being a weapon. I don't know how much damage an Acon would do. We don't have any Acons around here, so I'd have to look up how much an Acon does damage. A portable fire? Start at the head? Ooh, that might actually be good. That would mean that we're gonna have to set up different points of damage that we're gonna have to do. Portable fire, that is gonna be like probably a rare item, rare-ish item. Torches only last 3 minutes. I did do some math. I mean, I didn't do some math. I got a deep seeker to do it because I was too lazy. It did say, okay, so we do have time, day-night cycle, same as a weather cycle. That's coming later. The sun rises at 5 a.m. The sun sets at 6 p.m. Torches last an hour, apparently. Apparently, in the real life world, torches last only an hour, like an actual fire torch. So we did the I didn't do the math. But it did say that the day cycle is 12 minutes, right? So that's 12 minutes for daytime, 12 minutes for nighttime. So how long torches last? Apparently they last like 30 seconds. So yeah. Sort of kind of upped that bad boy to well, 12. No, I updated it to like 3 minutes. Again, you'd need like 3 different torches to light your way up during the nighttime. There's gonna be a flint and steel because flint/steel because you need a way to be able to get something to light your torches and light a fire, for example. I haven't got anything down there for a fire, but I think a fire would be pretty good. Berries. I don't know what type of berries there are in like these type of forests. I'd have to look them up. Nuts. Trail mix. Isn't an acorn pretty much a nut? Is an acorn a nut? I'm not too sure. Trail mix from like, I don't know, previous adventurers. Water. Now, water is probably, you probably wouldn't need water. Probably water bottle. Pretty much. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Okay, might have to take that out. Actually, I'll leave it at that so I don't forget about it. Because I'm thinking of adding a water purifying system where like you need to drink water. See, you need to drink water. So there's food. That's food types. Don't worry, water's not food, but don't worry about it. Acorns, nuts, berries, trail mix, stuff like that. We're gonna have to determine how much stamina they actually give you back, and health that they give you back, stuff like that. Water, you're gonna need water. Need to be purified, or there's a 35% chance of losing stamina and blindness. Not like pure blindness, just like the quote-unquote fog around you. Like your quote-unquote render distance is turned down so that you can't see that far ahead of you. So that gives it a good incentive to, heat up, purify your water, which is just heating it up before you drink it. Pretty much. So there's that. That's why there's the flint and steel and the portable fireplace, so that, you can heat up your stuff as well. I would also say that if we do end up adding an update, or end up adding animals to the game, there's going to be traps and that you can use to do stuff to the animals that will get you food. Yeah, it is 8 p.m. Wow. That will get you food. Also, can I just say that it's 10 p.m. for you at the moment? Oh my word. Yeah. So if there is going to be animals, which I'm going to leave that up to people whether we add animals or don't add animals later in the game, because if it feels barren, like eeriness that there's nothing, then we might add something. Starter kit, freeze, which is the trank dart, which you won't have a trank gun. You will have to find that yourself. But I do like the system where you can just stab it into them. So you have to get in close quarters with them and then get away from them within like 10 seconds, 12 seconds, however long we find out that Trank Dart lasts. Stamina. I'm thinking stamina probably works as, I don't know, maybe something so that if, say, like a berry and nuts, some nuts and berries have the same stamina, they will correlate and they will give you random things. So it's either a random berry or a random nut or a random trail mix or something like that. Something that will give you equal or in range of the same stamina. I think that's good. Time/weather, because yeah. Day cycle is 10 to 12 minutes. I did take that for 12 minutes. Then there's a weather cycle. 15 minutes can last. So my 15 minutes for each for the weather. So it can last anywhere between 2 and 5 minutes. The timer resets at 4 minutes. So if your rain lasts until the latest, which is 7 minutes, you will have that timer for the next weather, that 15 minutes. So you have like 15 minutes. I don't remember to explain this. I have an idea. Boom. Sure. That works. Okay. Boom. 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 Okay. Okay. Got blue. Okay, so say this is 7 minutes. It's 7 minutes. That's 2 minutes, right? Yeah, 2 and 7, right? So say, what's half of that? Right, this is your 4, right? So your weather your weather starts there. Right? So you could have 2 minutes of rain, or 2 minutes weather, and it'll clear up. Or it'll do whatever, it'll go to the next weather cycle, right? But if you have something up to here, it goes the full slot, then your weather will go from there until the next 15 minutes. Boom. It's good because it randomizes a bit. That is true. That is true. That's what I was trying to get at. Understand? Yeah, to be fair, I'm going to download this VOD. Even though it's been 20 hours, I'm going to download this VOD. So that I have it. So I'm trying to explain it in like the dumbest way possible. So that future me is like, okay, thank you for doing like whatever that was. And it's all good. 20 hour VOD. It's crazy. And like, go about like 60% of that is probably me sleeping. Yay. Also, it was like 20 something degrees, like 28-ish degrees, and I was in my room, windows shut, computer blaring. Not blaring, but like the heat off my computer, because I still haven't added the case, my glass case, back to my my computer. So the heat is just coming out, and I will say that it is a lot cooler in there now. It is a hell of a lot cooler in there. When I came home from work the other day, I accidentally left my computer on, and oh my word, I opened it and got a puff of smoke, like thick smoke. That's a joke. It wasn't. It was just like, bro, it was just hot in there. I did find out that the front 3 fans need a rinse down or a wash down or whatever, because they got some dust on them. So I need to find out how to take that front panel off. I sat there for like an hour trying to figure out how to do it, and then I decided, oh well, I'll just load up my computer and be like, I'll try and find it out. Also, I found out that I have more SATA cables underneath. They have like the part where the graphics card is, and then a whole box under it, and that's where all my SATA cables are. So it turns out I can have another hard drive. Wow. And then I'm thinking of also adding a trading system. So at every checkpoint, whoopsie. At every checkpoint, yo, Tanaki, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? How's your morning after evening going? I hope you're having a pretty good day. Wow, that was fast. Let me restart. Welcome in, Tanaki. How you doing? How you doing? We're currently just working on a game. Starting on a game. Getting beat up on a matcha break on the other screen, but love the vibes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nice. Question. Hold up. Question. You weren't live just now, were you? Oh, hold up. Can I just say, I know I probably shouldn't say this, but you have a really nice voice. I know, I probably shouldn't say that, but that is a... Wow. Do you mind if I ask where you're from? I don't want to get like too personal or whatnot, but like, wow, that's a cool. That's so cool. That is probably the lowest form of Riz there possibly is. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's nice. Next time you're live, I'll check you out. Okay. A French accent. I haven't really heard of a thick French accent before. Also, can I just say that for some random reason, I have 3 different browsers now on my computer. I have Opera, I have Microsoft Edge. I hate Microsoft Edge, but it's actually semi-helpful for streams like this. And then I have the Opera GX thing. And for some reason, my computer just randomly made that the default. I downloaded it, it was just like, you know, you're now the default. Strange. Where were we? What can you see? That's what you can see. Okay. Weather cycle. Okay. Explain the weather cycle. Gotcha. The trading system. I'm thinking of adding a trading system. Every time we reach, I want to know how I can get rid of that the black whenever we switch over, because it can be quite annoying. Oh, please tell me that was an hour. What did I just press? Unpress that. Okay. Okay, that's a oh no. Oh no. Okay. Unmessify. Unmessify. Okay, gotcha. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I don't mind that color. Okay, so at every station, at every checkpoint, you know what's funny? I was thinking that exact same thing. And that's originally where I got him from Minecraft. I was thinking of having him at the checkpoints, so that to be able to trade, like you can gather stuff during the things, and then at the checkpoints you have to go up. You have to, like, if you come across something that's rare, right? And like there's some things there that can, you know, potentially get you food or whatnot. So if later on if we make traps, I don't know, I'm talking about a future update. But yeah, if there's like something over here and your inventory's like stacked, and somewhere along the lines you find something that will get you better food or better whatever in the next round, you wouldn't be able to exactly bring that back. I don't know where I was going down. Okay, if your inventory is full, right, you're gonna have to like switch out what you're going for. So like if you're going for if you're running low on food, you don't really want to be carrying around like say an ancient treasure. As much as that would be good for future rounds, you've got to preserve your stamina, your strength, your whatever, to get through the next round. You know what I mean? It's like it's better to try and trade for something than saving money for future rounds. Maybe, give or take. I'm not too sure. But I feel like having a trader system might be good. But then if the trader dude's wanting, say, like an ancient treasure that you have, you won't be able to trade with them. You know what I mean? Like, you won't be able to trade with them. I'm wanted. I'm no longer wanted. I don't know how to explain it. I'm very bad at explaining things. Future me is gonna look at this and it's gonna be like, what is going on? With the hunters, the selected amount of hunters needs to vary on the amount of players. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So if they get out of your distance, so say that this is a player. Boom. A very bad example because that's, oh my word. Boom. Okay, so that's a little too big. Probably something like that, give or take. Like if there's nothing in here, then it'll have like the amount of things. I know that's not what you were after, but like I don't want like this entire thing being loaded so that it's not taxing on the host's computer plus, you know, the actual person. Say they have like a potato computer. It's not like taxing on that computer or anything. Okay, yeah. That might be something that we have to think about, because if there's only one person that's going through, how many would you theoretically be able to tackle at once? Like personally, if I were to build this game, go through it and be like, okay, at once I can only defend myself against 7. I can only defend myself against 7 things, right? After that 7 things, I cannot defend myself anymore. Someone much sweatier than I am, by far am not the sweatiest at anything, maybe besides Minecraft, but they can come across and be like, oh yeah, no, I can wipe out 7 enemies, no problem, no questions asked, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? I could possibly take out like 12, right? I could possibly take out 12. I'm gonna have to find like a bunch of people on the sweaty chart, I'm gonna call it that, on the sweaty chart, and be like, okay, the average is less than 10, so per player there's going to be 10 things that spawn, or like 8 things that spawn, depending on difficulty and stuff like that. It's going to be interesting how I'm going to do that. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Okay, boom. Okay, trading thing. I think I've got it. Okay, trading dude's there, right? If you find something on your journey and your inventory is packed, then you've got to substitute whether you want more money next round, or if you want to die and leave your friends this entire round. Because if you worry more about money than you do anything else, then you're not going to be able to make it this entire run, which will leave you and your friends, leave you pretty much useless, and your friends having to do all the heavy lifting. Whoopsie. I wasn't meant to do that. Okay. Did that make sense? I think that made sense. I'm hoping that made sense. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. If you understood that, I'm hoping future me will understand that. I'm hoping future me will understand that. Boom. Okay, going from this one to the other one, it's not that bad. Magic, can I just say, I have never seen you in here this early. Oh my word. Welcome in, Eternal. How you doing? How you doing? How is your... Oh no. Eternal, I'm gonna need your help. I'm gonna need your help. Tell me you've taken a break during those 20 hours. I will say, unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes. I slept from 7 a.m. to like, when did I get up? 4:30? 4:30 p.m. Which I was not meant to. I was not meant to. I actually had a lot of things that I wanted to do today. I actually wanted to start working on the game today. I've only been figuring out how the game actually works and what game we've been doing, which look has been very helpful. GG on that. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? Hold up. Now it's gonna bring up the other browser. Yes, Eternal. Actually, I should probably do this before Eternal has to go. Okay, but yes, I have taken a break. So, unfortunately, I wasn't meant to. No. Hold up. Snooze it. Okay. I've only got 2 more snoozes. Okay. If I have a trader up here, right? And say this is me. There's a little old me down here, right? And I find something better up here, right? So the trader's here. Would you... And your inventory is full. Would you take everything that you have, right? Say you've got everything that is like, this is going to get me a lot of money, right? Or would you drop something for an item that will let you extend your stamina, your health, or whatever to last the next round? Would you do money over being able to get to the next round? I feel like I explained it better last time. I feel like I explained it better last time. I hope I did. I would take the next round. I take the next round. Okay. GG. I think you I think you got it now. Okay, that is awesome. I do want to do this though. Boom. Yeah, there you go. You're welcome. So I can get more money next round with more stamina. Okay. Good. Oh yeah, we're cooking with Buck. Ha. I don't like the fact that there's no blackout thing at the end of it. Hold up. Nope, still does it. Okay. Oh, because that's not the one that I'm after, is it? No. Oh. No, but that one is. Hold up. Okay, wait. I have an idea. I think I might have fixed it. I did fix it. I fixed it. Haha. Okay. Yes. I fixed it. Nice. I've semi-fixed it. I'm glad to hear that you took a break during the stream, because oh dear god. Yeah, no, this would have taken... I actually didn't want to take a break. I didn't want to take that long of a break. I wanted to be up. I wanted to have like a 2-hour sleep. And then I was going to get up. But stupid me was like, hey, let's just go 8:30. Oh, 8 a.m. 8 o'clock. Didn't even check if it was AM or PM. Just like, yep, 8 o'clock seems good. Nope, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. If I didn't have to wake up to feed Sam, I probably would have still been asleep. I more than likely still would have been asleep. So, good thing I woke up. Okay. This. Now, Look and I were discussing this earlier about horses, because, imagine riding a horse during this. Oh, that would be nice, and having enemies swarm up around you. That would be awesome. Okay. Now this is how I got this. This is how I got the base value of the multiplication and the multiplier. 15930. Okay. So I went back up to the very tippity top. I went boom. Okay. If I found one piece of loot, which was 25, right, drops from the enemy, which I got 1, ancient gold, which is 20, I think, and default for just getting to the top is $10, right? That gave me $59. My math is probably wrong somewhere in there on talking about it, but yes. Horses, multiplier, I just times that. No, go away. Okay. I can't believe I explained most of that in that 5 minutes. Oh my word. I managed to do the multipliers. I'm gonna have to change the multipliers because they seem a little much. Except for this one. I think getting each player to the checkpoint should be like 10%. 10 to 20%, give or take, of however much you currently have. So say you have $50, then yeah. So yeah, I did that. I multiplied this all by basic. I'm so glad I managed to fix that. This one here. So just getting to that checkpoint there. Just getting to this checkpoint there with all the basic stuff, no extra additives, on the easiest default, base level, and only one player, right? Only one player, right? Come all the way down here. So that's how I got that number, right? I did use deep because I am not the smartest person when it comes to math, which is not good because being game dev, you sort of kind of want to be good at math. But I feel as if this is why I might want to do a 24-hour stream when I am home alone and hope I don't smack my head on the keyboard mid-stream and fall asleep. I'm so glad that most of my long streams, I've dedicated myself to go to sleep for like 2 hours. Most of the time that is true. Most of the time that is true. I go to sleep for like 2-ish hours, 2-3 hours, and then I'm like all good for however long. I'm all good. I make myself a cup of coffee and give me some snacks. I'm all good, right? I'm fine. But for some random reason today, I was like, yeah, no, let me just not look at the time, the AM and PM. So, yeah, it was completely my fault. I feel as if the horse and carriage prices should be swapped. Really? Interesting. Because the horse more expensive than the carriage. Yeah. I have a skill issue with sleeping. Yeah, no, sleeping can be... Unless you like yelling. Mastered sleeping. You sweat at sleeping. You know what you should do? You know how you were trying to sweat at becoming first place in the race game? Become a sweat at sleeping. Ha! Yeah, this is where I got my my rates from. This horse carriage rental for weddings. That was literally the first one that came up. Oh my word, I didn't even read it. I literally just saw rates can vary from 125 So 1,500. And that was it. I didn't even... Okay. So there's that. And then there was this one. This is where I got my... Right there. This line right there. Will cost you between 350 and 11,000. That's how I am. That's how I got it. Shouldn't carriage be after? Wait. What do you mean after? Oh, it should be. No. No. Okay. This is where my brain went. Okay. Now I understand what you're getting at now. Okay. That was also based on real life prices. This is where my brain was at when I first talked about it. Brain, future Dave, that last one was true, not this one. They should be similar, but they are not the same. Okay, with that being said, the 5 runs for a horse, I think if you for 2 runs for a carriage, right? Doing 2 runs with a carriage, you don't have a horse. That carriage is going to be useless. And it's going to give you a warning. It's going to give you a warning that if you don't have a horse already, this is going to be useless. This item is useless. Do not buy it, right? With that being said, yes, it's cheaper, but you need to do 2 runs to get it. So the horse, the carriage is most definitely going to be useless unless you have a horse. With a basic horse, a bare bone horse, no. This is my last snooze, by the way. With my bare horse, right? Basic horse, not a work horse, not nothing. It's 850. So you need to do five runs to be able to do that. Which is so amazed that I managed to do that. I kind of hate the fact that it doesn't automatically do it. That's 5 of these. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then you'd have to go through and do it again, which is 4, 5. On this one here, then you can get that horse. But then, right, the horse is pretty much useless unless you have the carriage, right? So then you'd rerun it again and go 1, and then you do 2. And then you can get the horse. Your horse will stay at your thing the entire time. So your horse will not move unless your horse dies. If your horse dies anywhere during this entire thing, your horse is done. So for some random reason, if you go for 10 runs, if you manage to go for 10 runs and 17 runs, right, to try and get the most maxed out horse, and somewhere during that entire run, your horse or carriage, say your carriage dies, your carriage gets destroyed, it's done. Now, I will say destroyed and dead, 2 different things. Or destroyed and broken is 2 different things. If your carriage is broken, you can mend that thing, right? It'll be quicker with more people though. So if you have 2 people working on it, it's going to be quicker than having 1 person working on it. But you can repair it with only 1 person. So if you have 1 person repairing it, and somehow you get overswarmed with the amount of enemies, and your carriage breaks or gets destroyed, it's done. How long is every checkpoint? I'm not too sure. I would have to do that during the actual gameplay because I'm not too sure. This drawing right here is not a good description. Not a good description. But I would say if you're here, again, the 200, if you kill something, it's got a 200 spawn radius, right? So it's got a 200 spawn radius away from you. So that thing has to spawn like 200 meters away from you. So there is that to go ahead with. I don't know how far that would be, though. That's gonna be interesting. Also, I did this on the on a corner. It's not on a corner, but it is, you know, a little wonky. Make sure it ain't too long, because 10 runs as well. 10 runs is quite long. 10 runs would be pretty intense. But to be fair, that was at the very max. Not max. That was at the very bottom. That was most definitely at the very bottom. So if it's just you, you have one item. Right? If you have one item with 25, one drop from gold, one drop from the enemies, and one ancient gold, and the default 10, that gives you $59. And then multiply that, which it's going to change. That right there is going to change 100%. But with 6 players, that number goes up. It'd be like 1,000 something, I think. Times that bad boy by 6. This is the most maximum people that you can have. Yeah. See? That's at the default. That's at very basic number. That's not a good number whatsoever. So that's 7 run, that 10 runs, for example, is at the very bare minimum. Give or take. At the bare minimum. Which wouldn't, if you had 6 people, that 1,000 isn't going to take that long. So you can get that horse in like one entire completion. So you could get that 1K. Where's my mouse? Here it is. No. Okay, I have a minute to explain this. You have like, you can get 1K here. You get another K here, right? That's 2K. That's 3K. If you make it past that and make it to the end, boom, you can buy your stuff. Boom, easy. You can't buy anything while you're in the middle of a run. You can trade stuff, but you can't buy stuff. You get, even if you die like somewhere around here, you still keep your money. I don't know if you reach there, if no one reaches the end and you all die during this entire thing, then I don't know if you'll keep your money or not. I don't think you'll keep your money. I'm not too sure. I'll have to get feedback on that, seeing if say you die like here, if you'll keep all your money or if you'll just lose 50%. I think doing like what Phasmo does, how you lose 50% of your money if everyone dies, or even if you die, I think that's a good thing. I think that's quite good. But I would need feedback on that. But yeah, that 159.30 was just the bare basic. It might be a little interesting to get that, but yeah, that's just the ultimate bare basic. Alright, good luck with the rest of the game planning. I'm gonna go to bed now. Alright, enjoy. I'm gonna go look for some assets for our game. Yay! Okay. For the game to actually run, for our game to actually work, we need trees, we need enemies, we need playable characters, and we need tough. We need tough. Anyone? You know, every time I hear the word tough, I don't know if anyone watched How to Train Your Dragon, but I think it's one of the twins. I think it's the dude twin, and his name is Tough. It always reminds me of Tough in How to Train Your Dragon. No, that's Hiccup. Ah, is that Tough? Yes, that's Tough Nut. That's Tough Nut, and this might be Rough Nut. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't say anywhere. But there is an alarming amount of photos. It doesn't say. Oh. Well, that's less helpful. Lovely. Okay. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. But yeah, that right there was the bare basics of how much money we actually need. Again, prices can change in the future. It's just a willow of a guess. Realistic woods and nature. Ooh. To be fair, just need... Actually... except cookies. I love me some cookies. Give me some cookies. Oh, confirm. Wait a minute. Projectile? Wait, what? I'm so confused. I'm confused. Cookie settings. Allow cookies. What? Does not allow video views without acceptance of targeting cookies. Please set your cookie targets for targeting cookies if you wished. Cookie settings? What do you want me to do? Targeting what? Let me turn them off. Allow. Is that what I... No? What did you want me to do? I'm so confused. Confirm my choices. Refresh. Okay. I used... Wow. Wow. Are you serious? Ah. You give the beautiful look at this turf and you're like, no. Nah, we're good. We're good. I'm also gonna have to budget for the game as well. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Mushrooms. Hold up. Food. Mushrooms. Mushrooms. Boom. And then items. We're also gonna need mushrooms. Mushrooms are detailed. Whoa. How taxing do you think this would be on your computer? Whoa. You know, without the backlight, that might actually look pretty cool. Without the backlight, that would look incredible. But then you've got that the backlight, the sun. It's too bright. It's too bright. It whitewashes everything out. Okay. I don't mind that. Oh. There's even blue ones. Turquoise? My good sir, there is a blue one there. 2 blue one, 3 blue one. Give me that fancy name. Is it really? Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. That makes a little more sense. Okay. Boom. But this one actually doesn't look too bad. Doesn't have the stylized trees. Also, that is some pretty good foliage for the ground. That would also look pretty cool for the for smaller trees, shrubs. That's rocks. Okay. Some nice although to be fair, if a pine were to fall, it's not gonna look like that, maybe. Okay, and some of these bushes would look pretty cool. Okay. Is that just like a random? Ooh, spooky. Okay, can I just say, realistic? Where's the realism come to this? Oh, you know what we're gonna need? We're actually gonna need some audio for the game as well. Oh. Okay, don't play that. Don't play that. I don't know if I changed it or not. I don't know if a lot of people will be able to read listen to this. Listen to the audio, and I don't wanna change it just for that. Okay. Can I just say that I think my browser might have just died. What is going on? Oh, now I've got 3 browsers open. Oh my word. Where's one of the other browsers? Where is it? Boom. Close. There we go. There we go. Task Manager never lets me down. A music bundle. Okay. See, these are the type of characters that I wanted to make. And to be fair, maybe we could continue making the type of characters. Maybe. But like they seem like I don't think that'd fit in the style unless we like make them like semi-realistic. That'd be interesting. Would be interesting. I think if you're looking for a more stylized style, Studio has some nice stuff. The poly, the nature looks pretty good in my opinion. Okay. Boom. Give me 2 seconds. Boom. Oopsie. Boom. Okay. This dude? Yes. Okay. 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 I would say the goblin might look pretty cool. That's a scratch. Ow! I got new headphones the other day, and that was loud. I actually quite like the animation. That animation is really cool. Okay, that guy won't be very helpful. But that animation style, maybe that running as well, give or take, might be helpful. Can you change the, I think you'd have to do a little bit of work, but you'd be able to change the animation, or the character out. Maybe. Yeah, high quality stuff. Used to play around with the older packs. Easily use Maximo. Okay. Unity, why they all start out so loud? Okay. I don't know if this is the same animation pack that we were just watching. The same animations, or if these are different animations. Is an Adobe thing. Lots of free to use animations that you can apply to most standard skeletons. Okay. One. No. Please keep at it. I suck at everything. This is my first game, sir. I applaud and I recommend the backseating. I recommend the backseating because half the time I have no idea what I'm doing, and things that I think look good are not good. Some of the things. Okay, let me look into. Okay, I need to keep that open. I have that down. I have that image downloaded. Is an Adobe thing. Okay. Australia. Oh yeah. It's been a few years for me, so not up to date with how stuff evolves. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Boom. Are links okay? Maybe? I'm not too sure. I would imagine so. Uh, hmm. If not, okay. Yeah, no, they didn't come through. Ah, man. Ah, man. Oh, wow, that's so far. Do you have whispers turned on? Can you send links in whispers? I'm not too sure. Science! Boom. Boom. Otherwise, if you have Discord, I could probably give you my Discord. Please don't share personal. They do work. Okay, they do work. Yeah, if you shoot me a link, I will check it out. Default apps. My next question is how default apps links type. Okay. Yeah, no, not exactly what I'm after. Not exactly what I'm after. Okay. Okay, lovely. Choose default by style. Also, dang it. Okay. There has to be a browser, right? A browser default? Is there one of those? I think so. Default apps for websites. No. Startup. Don't want anything starting up. Advanced app settings. No. Let me know when you send them across. I will check it out. Default apps. Maybe. Boom. Aha. Okay. Can I change it? Yes. Set default. Aha. Cool. Okay. HTN. What is HTN? Can I? What? Why would you suggest that? That's okay. I guess I should read before I actually do anything. Don't set that. You would never were the default. Boom. Okay. Boom. Grab that bad boy. Come all the way over to this bad boy. Come over to it. Boom. Wait. Okay. Question, is it just lagging because it's trying to load everything, or... What if I... Wait, if I... Wait. Boom. Okay. Okay, there's no way to... Okay. Is there like a... Oh. What about you? Okay, that's how they... Okay. At least maybe now they might actually not lag too much. Can I just say that this one looks like the one from GTA? I don't know if anyone's actually played GTA, but this, I recognize that from GTA. Oh, you have back slots there. What are that? Is that just because I clicked on you? No, you've got like actual back things. Okay. Can I say I sort of kind of missed that whole animation? Okay. It's moving. You stay on screen. There's some run cycles, walk cycles, idle animations. Stop. Gotta spend some time on it, but there's some gems that look better than paid assets. Okay. I have to. Oh wow. 52. Okay. That is a lot. Okay. Yeah, I will. I don't know why, but that one piqued my interest. you gonna do something else? Oh, is that why this one? No. This one was like so over the place because it had like 12 and okay, that makes a little more sense. Which one's this one then? Basic shooter. Why's that up there? Okay. Wait, hold up. I sort of kind of missed all of it. Okay. That one might actually be pretty good. Means I'll have to get a oh, what do you call it? A Adobe thingy bobby again. I never actually got one. Is that actually doing anything? Oh yeah, no, it is doing something. I think it'd be probably want it more not so subtle. Yeah, no, unless you're like really paying attention, that is subtle. A Thriller Part 3. Coming to cinemas near you. Ah? You just dancing? You're just I'm gonna find it funny. I might add dancing to the zombies, which is the enemies. I don't know why I call them zombies. To the enemies, so that if it kills you, if something kills you, and someone is looking, the enemy or enemies is gonna start dancing. Oh. You know what would be funny? If someone was on top of a tree or anything and like snipes it while it's dancing, that would be funny. Like a taunt? Yeah, no, that would be pretty funny. That if it just started taunting you, that would be pretty funny. And because you're pretty much useless, you're pretty much a ghost. You can't do anything when you're dead. Maybe you will take. Otherwise, if we're gonna do the Among Us, I forgot to tell you and Eternally Among Us thing. Okay, so we had an idea of an Among Us type of thing where I don't know if you've ever played Among Us, but there's one imposter and the rest of them are thingamabobby. So when you're still chilling in here, right? Oh, where is it? In here, right? It will randomly pick someone to be an imposter. So depending on how many people there are, right? It will pick anyone besides the AI. But because there's 4 people, I don't know why I did only 4. But you can have 6 players, right? And it'll randomly pick one. And if this is the game layout that we're going with, sort of, kinda, as an overview, you will be able to know which one who is picked though. That's not the part. The actual the one that got picked will be able to put down some zombies. Or some enemies. I don't know why I keep calling them zombies. So the actual person will be able to put down enemies, and they will be stuck in this area until the timer goes off. So if you're on medium mode, right, they will be in either one of these for 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, until you actually do something, and then you, the imposter, for example, and you, and the actual rest of the zombies will be able to go to their dedicated spots, and then they'll start wandering around. That's sort of kind of how I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I want to do anything like that, but then the imposter dude will have free reign to do whatever. He'll still be able to pick out, still be able to airdrop, quote unquote. They'll still spawn in this area and they'll have to walk over. But, like you'll be able to Like the imposter dude will be able to just spawn in zombies and stuff like enemies and stuff like that, which is probably gonna be really cool. I quite like that game mode. It's probably gonna be like the second update or whatever, but yeah, I cannot wait until we can start working on this game. It's gonna be so cool. I think next stream we're gonna try and actually go into Unity and start messing around with some stuff. Okay. Can I just say I actually quite like this one. That actually looks really cool. See, that one's so subtle. Okay. So that's good. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Wait, are we rewatching the same ones? Nope, because that one wasn't there. Okay. When we add knives, right, do we add like a sword? That's something that you'll be able to find plus the actual thing. There's gonna be like little loot drops in there as well. Not like loot drops, but like there'll be like torches around the place that you'll be able to light them and you'll be able to get loot from them. That's one way how we're thinking we'll be able to get loot. If you do implement multiplayer, I'd suggest getting up to speed on networking. Changes a lot from single player and can be daunting to add later. Okay. Yeah, I've never really. I did attempt to do a different horror game type of thing. It was sort of kind of like Phasmophobia. I don't know if you've ever heard of or played Phasmo, but something sort of kind of like that at the start of the year. And then I sort of kind of changed something within the journal, and then it sort of kind of broke the entire game, which kind of sucked. So I didn't go back to it, and that's why I haven't done anything for like 4 or 5 months. Which kind of sucked, but yeah. No, I think it was like 3-4 months ago, somewhere like that, right there. It was on Going Good as well, and I should have backed it up. I should have backed it up before I did anything. I didn't back up anything. I backed it up after the first week, and then I was like, nothing's gonna happen. I will wait until we get something done and like finished for like we'll wait until the journal's done, and then we'll do that. Nope, don't do that. Do not do that. After every single day, after everything, just back it up. Save that bad boy. Don't be like me. It's painful when everything breaks. It is. Especially when something that it wasn't meant to break everything breaks everything. It's a pain. Something you'll get used to with development. Yeah. Hopefully every now and then I can just like bag it up real quick. It's not too much of a problem. But still kind of annoyed that I broke it. I actually quite like some of these animations. They look really cool, especially with the drop system. What are you doing? What is this one doing? Oh, left turn. Okay. Can I ask why is your hand like that? Like, no. Are you trying to like... Oh, that's a fighting position. That makes more... Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, you're being punched. Okay, not gonna lie. I thought you were punching. A baseball walkout. That's a baseball walkout? I thought that was just a backwards walk. Okay. I do think that Unity has version control for free, so you can back up versions easily directly from Unity. Huh. That would have been so much better to know. I don't want to add parkour to this game, but I might add parkour to this game just for this. Just for this single animation. I might add parkour. Oh, no. To be fair, I'm also adding climbing, so... But then that might get a little confusing on the game. And I gotta figure out how to actually implement the difference between climbing and jumping like that. Console people, you might have to wait a little bit. Oh no. Yeah, console people might have to wait. I don't know how on earth I'll be able to do that. There's so few buttons. Unless I manage to somehow get it so that it does it, the game already knows. Sorta, kinda. But I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I just good learning though. Good learning, so I'll take it. Wait. Oh, you're doing something. Okay. What are you doing? Petting animal? What animal are you petting? What animal are you petting that is that massive? What? That thing is... Wow. Okay. Okay. Firing a rifle. I would just say that's not firing a rifle, that is walking while holding a rifle. A zombie stumble. Oh. Oh. Oh no, wrong one. Hold up, back it up. There we go. Oh, I quite. That is. Yeah. Oh no. I'm gonna have to come through here and just download a bunch of them. Trying to. Oh. Actually, that one would be pretty cool when falling. Maybe. Question. When you're falling, I don't know why I asked you. But when you're falling, I'm hoping you didn't fall from such a height. But when you're falling, your arms don't go like straight up like you're gonna like your arms are a plastic bag or whatever. They like stay somewhat sturdy, right? Next to you, something like this. Falling, right? It's not like a complete depending on how high you are up though. Okay, there's even a swimming one. I'll take it. Yeah, I imagine that's depending on how far down you're falling. Can I just say that this might be a good also torment as well? Okay. Oh, we were already looking at that one. You're sitting. Okay. Playing drums, singing. I'm singing and dancing, house dancing. Oh no, that could get pretty ugly. What is a house dance? Dance a house. Okay. Okay, that's a zombie punch. Can I just say that's a weird punch? A flare? That's a flare? Since when? What? Okay. Okay. Was that swing? Wait, that was a sick landing right there. Oh no, it's gonna take forever. Okay. Okay. Dang it, it's broken something. Okay, that is pretty cool. Gotta head out. Thanks for the stream. Have fun with the planning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm probably gonna be only on for another 40-ish minutes. Enjoy work. And I hope to see you around. It was nice chatting to you. It was nice getting some good insights on some of this stuff. So thank you. Okay, which one's this one? Drawing a sword. Okay. So this one would be on your back, which I imagine a sword probably would be. Catch you later. Catch you later. Enjoy your day at work. Okay, and that's... What? Two-handed sword death. What? What's a two-handed sword death? Like when you fall? Okay. I would just say move the arm down a little bit, just past your thigh, and you might even make that a good crouch. That'd be a good zombie. Why do I keep on calling them zombies? Standing walk right? Okay. I haven't found a crouch yet. I don't know if I'm losing my mind, but I haven't found a... You're in the air, you're floating. Okay. 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 Oh, you know what? This could be a pretty good one for like, say that you fall from like great height. You like fall in like that position or something. I'd have to be able to make a ragdoll. Yeah, I don't know how to do a ragdoll. That'd be interesting. That is interesting. Hanging idle? Some of these things I've never thought of doing. Can I also just say that I haven't found a crouch? That's a zombie stand-up? Jumping down? Oh, there's a... Okay. I could Google it. Swinging. I believe I can fly. That's not a forever swing. Free hanging climb. Okay. Okay, let me search up crouch. There has to be a crouch. A crouch to stand. Walking crouch. Okay. Crouch to... Okay, that's a swift turnaround. Crouching idle. Crouching run. Okay, I would just like to say that is not crouching run. Standing to crouch? Okay. Crouch to sprint. Okay. And then that's where you'd have the sprint one automatically run. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Okay. What are we at on time? What are we at? Okay. Okay. We are... Okay. Let me go jump over to blue. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna go right out to blue. They're currently playing Sekiro Shadows Dead Die Twice. He's currently playing that. I don't know what that is. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed stream, then feel free to follow, and I will catch you all not tomorrow, but the following day. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I should catch yous the following day or tomorrow afternoon. Who knows? Who knows? Join the Discord server, and then you'll be able to know. Enjoy.